I don't know why I do this to myself. It's like I had an expectation or a hope or a feeling or whatever, and it's like, I don't think I was wrong for acting on that. I don't think I was wrong. Crystal, don't beat yourself up. You weren't wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. He's just not in the same space that you are right now, and that's okay. And this is why it's not working out. We're not working out as a married couple or even as a separated couple because he's got different. They didn't shut the door or lock it, so I'm gonna go shut it right now. Hold on. Jim went and took Matthew to get a COVID test. Matthew's got a fever and his sore throat, runny nose, stuffy nose, something like that with his nose. Body aches and chills and stuff. My son never gets sick, so this is unusual for him. And yeah, Jim's taking him to get a COVID test so we can feel confident in sending him back to school or not. And then Jim also feels like he needs to get back to work ASAP. And he's following all the rules about knowing somebody with a fever, stay away from work. Because Jim talks to a lot of people at work all day. Jim talks to a lot of people at work all day and helps people with their computers and whatnot, so he needs to keep himself safe from COVID. And if our son has COVID, that's why we need to get him tested. So anyways, I'm just going to kind of start from the beginning. My husband and I keep trying to have this no contact thing, and it's not working so great because I kissed him on Monday night, just quick little peck on the lips, and I was kind of feeling ashamed about it, but then I was told, no, it's okay, that's just reassuring him that you still have love for him, and it's not like you went back to the relationship and gave up your apartment and blah 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 blah, right? So that's like maybe a little lapse, or even just a a minor setback maybe, because it really did kind of set me back from feeling empowered within myself. And then I have talked to him a couple of times, not extensively, but about the kids here and there. And it's always been pleasant conversations, but it's awkward because he doesn't know what to say and all that. And I can tell that he's got anxiety or feelings about things I'm doing or whatnot, and he wants to talk, but I'm not about to listen to his bullcrap because he's going to have things to say about everything. If I was with him, he would have things to say, but he's keeping his possessiveness under control. His possessiveness is completely ridiculous when I'm with him as a married woman, but since I've moved out, he's really kept his possessiveness under control. Like, I know he can within the marriage, but he chooses not to most of the time. So anyways, I dressed up cute. I was thinking of him when I dressed up. I was thinking of him complimenting me. I was thinking of him kissing me and making love to me. I was thinking of all the things, like in a, I don't know, teenage girl sort of way, daydreaming sort of thing. So I had some time to kill before I got to start work. And I went and visited Matthew to make sure he was feeling better. And I also tried having a small conversation with my husband and seeing how much he'd be open to the idea of making out. But he wasn't. He's struggling emotionally. That's where he's at. And I don't know why I do this to myself, because I left right now feeling extremely discouraged because he has no idea why I left for a whole year. Like, he feels like he feels like all I really needed was a week or a month. Why did I leave for a whole year? And it's like, you really don't get it. Like, you don't understand what you've done to me for 15 years on why you think a year is probably not enough time for me to heal from all the crap you did. Like, even if I came back to him in a year or 2 years or 5 years or 8 years, even if I came back to him, there's so much I need to undo. That I participated in the abuse, but he was emotionally abusive. I allowed him to dictate how my life was ran, and I allowed him to train my brain into this little girl, needy, clingy, high anxiety, complex PTSD. Oh my gosh, I can't watch a TV show with a guy's shirt off. I'm going to have a panic attack. Like, that's not okay. That's not okay that he trained me to become this way. He brainwashed me. I have this Stockholm syndrome where I identify with his feelings more than my own. I see life through the gym lens more than I see my life through my own lens. And so every time I switch to these different lenses, and I don't stay in any one frame of mind long enough to know what the fuck I'm thinking or what the fuck I'm feeling, and it's like I felt like my brain was going crazy. I felt like I was going through psychosis. I felt like I had all these noodles talking to me and telling me what they wanted, and Jim's voice was the loudest, and I tried turning him into a parrot that made me feel empowered and made me feel like he was annoying, and Jim's voice was insequential, but then I was still living with him, and I still heard him, and I was still like so conflicted, and I still had noodles in my head that wanted to please him, that wanted to make it right. And like, even right now, I wanted to make it right. I still want to make it right. And I'm like, Crystal, this is part of the addiction. This is the trauma bonding that you're experiencing. And I like, my therapist is rooting for the marriage, I think, because he knows that's what I want. I think he's rooting for it because he knows that's what I really want. I don't want to break my family up. I still don't. Even though I've moved out, and even though I've chosen this time away to work on myself, I still don't want to choose out of my marriage. And my husband doesn't see that, and he doesn't see what I've been going through, and he doesn't even want to try to see my perspective. He is so narrow-minded in what's going on in our lives that he only wants to see it from his lens all the time. And I tell him it's like the Google camera, how it has a lot of different cameras on there because of all the different perspectives. He just sent me a text right now. He says he loves me because we ended our conversation not so great. He had to get going to take Matthew to get the COVID test at the appointment time. And I'm falling apart. This is to be expected. This is part of the pendulum swinging. But yeah, all the different camera angles on top of the Google car provides this 360 of an experience, of different perspectives. Can you imagine trying to look at a Google Street Map with just one camera working, or with all the cameras working except a couple? You'd be like, whoa, you totally wouldn't get a clear picture of what's going on. But when you can allow other perspectives into your focus, when you can stop looking at things from your perspective for just a second and put yourself into someone else's shoes, that's called empathy. And that's the thing my husband doesn't have because of his autism shit. He doesn't have empathy. And when he tries, it's manufactured. It's not, you can tell that he's genuinely trying, but the words he says or the actions he does, it's all for show. It's not, his reactions don't involve empathy. His reactions are empatheticless. And that's why it can't work. It can't work because I need somebody that can practice empathy. I need somebody that can practice empathy. And not just do it for pretend, or not just do it because they're told they need to, but actually practice because they want to understand others. not just me, but they want to understand what others are going through. And he can be empathetic when he sees his son, our son Matthew, struggling with things he struggled with. He can empathize, but if it's not within his peripherals, if it's not in his lens, he stays in his lens, you know? He doesn't go another direction. I'm gonna go inside and go to work now. I'm not the smartest for going over there because now I'm in an emotional state of mind and I'm kicking myself for doing that. I was living in the moment. I was living in the moment, and the moment is now done. I was living in the moment, and the moment is now done. I'm living in the moment, and the moment is now done. Go inside, Crystal. Stop talking, Crystal. Okay, Crystal. Goodbye, Crystal. Bye. Calling Jim right now. He's making it sound urgent.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Sorry, my laptop died, and that's why you didn't hear me. What's up?
So, they had problems with their computers
Okay.
over there. Somebody there with you?
No? Why?
I was hearing an echo sound like somebody was talking to you. Besides me.
No. By myself. What does that mean, though, for the computer systems?
So, they couldn't do his test. Alright. So, I told her to give me a call if she gets the computer up because I can't make an appointment as quick as I did that one last night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So is she going to?
She put my name in another pocket. You know. I said, I'm just down the road just a little bit. She's like, okay. So I just wanted you to know, so if you were expecting me to give you a, no, he doesn't have it by 4 o'clock type thing. You understand? Right?
Okay.
That's all.
It just sounded urgent, like you needed me to call you right now.
No, I just wanted to get that phone call and let you know what was out of the way. And I know I can't call you directly. So, okay?
Why can't you call me directly?
I don't think I have your number. All I have is the 3190.
So instead of 3190, it's 2286. But you can always call my cell phone directly too.
What's that?
Do I need to say all of it again, or what part?
Just that last part.
You could always call my cell phone directly too.
Yeah. 2286?
Yeah, that's the last four.
That's what?
That's the last four.
Okay. Same first four, right?
First six, yes.
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. I guess it was nothing. He made it sound like it was urgent. Like my son was going to the hospital, or he was having a meltdown, or my husband was having a meltdown. I don't know. I don't know why he's got to make it sound like it was such a big deal. Not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Not that big of a deal. Okay, we're gonna go now. All right, bye. Oh my gosh, Tinkers, you're a little lion.
This is what that's what lion dog
I
gets.
want to see her. I want to see her.
She took it all.
He's smart.
She didn't like that.
Is it Storm's turn?
Sorry, no.
We finally have the water.
Put it on store. Put it on
I'm
store.
not putting those on.
He's like, I want it on. Look, he's following you. He wants it on. He's like, what is this everybody gets to have a part of? Aw, Storm, are you a little lion?
Oh, baby's jealous. Let's start with the lion now. It's her.
How's the big line?
It's like, okay.
He's suffering.
Sorry. Sit.
Please take it off. I don't like it.
Thank you. Good boy.
Do you want it back on, Tink? That was funny.
She's all walking backwards and the moonwalk.